Hey everybody!
Hello.
It's great to hear you, see you,
Have you listened to us?
Yes, there it is, the podcast. It's your girl Anastasia.
And Sydney.
So just thank you so much for returning.
Yeah.
Or if this is your first time,
Hello.
welcome to the Unfiltered podcast.
How are you? Drop it in the comments below.
Jesus. So first we also want to just shout out to our, at this current time, 7 subscribers.
7 subscribers.
Pew, 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 pew. We should have Emily put in the, we should have her put in the sound
shouldn't.
instead of me doing it. We need a soundboard.
We don't. The entire podcast would be us just making noises and you'd be like, oh hey, hi, how are you?
But we do want to thank you guys for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We also want to thank you. We've got like way more listens and views on our podcast than we thought we were going to have.
Yeah.
That just is so encouraging and so amazing. So thank you guys so much for the support. If you haven't heard that one, go ahead, check it out.
And drop a comment.
You can tell it's our first podcast.
You really can.
It's amazing.
But that's okay. Because we're here to grow.
That was the main feedback we got was, oh, you guys.
Oh, you guys sound so nervous.
But it's okay. We're getting better.
It is okay.
But yeah, again, thank you guys so much. The support, the outpouring of love. You guys just don't know how much that meant for us. And we really, really appreciate it. It was really great.
And we apologize for the delay.
Yeah. We were supposed to drop this on Thursday.
Like 2 weeks ago. But that's okay. We got hit with like, I don't even know.
That quarantine depression hit us like dump trucks.
So the past 2 weeks have just been like us trying to get back on top of things.
Yeah.
Because we really it just stopped.
It's crazy because it started, for me at least, so we dropped the podcast. No, it was like a week ago. It wasn't 2 weeks.
Was it 2 weeks? I don't know. It felt like 2 weeks.
It
It really felt.
We dropped the first podcast, got crazy amounts of like love and feedback from it. And then I decided I'm going to do reels for my quarantine entrepreneurs, and I have like a cute name for it. I'm really excited, but I'm not dropping that yet.
It's almost been 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
No, it's been a week.
It's been a week. And then I don't know, dude. And then all of a sudden, I just could not get up. I did speak to someone today who said they felt the same thing last week, so I don't know what that was. That was insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, I kind of chalk mine up to the whole in the beginning of quarantine pushing through and not processing anything.
Taking a minute to just like figure out what is going on and like how to move on and like what the new normal would be and just being like, you know what, it's okay, here we are, let's go. We're just gonna go. We're
gonna work out and we're gonna learn Korean and we're gonna do all these things.
And it was just like a lot happening.
And we also moved in that time too.
Yeah,
we moved,
which was stressful enough because looking for roommates, looking for a house, looking for all these things.
Yeah. So honestly, this is like the first time we've actually, I think, sat still. And
been like, okay. And just let all the feelings from like the past couple of months just to feel the feelings. Which, not gonna lie, I didn't realize was like actually like as important as it actually is. So to everyone listening, don't forget to feel your feelings. That's really important. I like can't emphasize that enough. Even as like being an introvert too, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be fine. Like I'm an introvert anyways. It doesn't matter that I don't do anything.
And it does feel like the world is kind of saying, okay, it's time to just move on and keep going. But I don't think that's actually where, at least for me, that's not where I am. Because I know like for me, feeling my feelings and everything, like, and then, you know, if you're not familiar with that, like actually just letting yourself kind of sit in them, like sit in how you're feeling at that moment and identifying that you feel a certain way. So like listen, there were days like I was not getting up until late in the evening, and like finally I got to a point where like I sat I was like, okay, so like what's actually happening inside of me right now? And it was just like I had to deal with just feeling kind of hopeless, and this is not the direction we really wanted to go into. We're not going to stay sad, I promise.
Yeah.
But it's just like being honest with myself about that, and then really like letting myself cry it out, which is not really what I do. I'm not a crier. So, but letting myself actually deal with things and deal with how I was feeling and being frustrated and just letting myself be in that space for a little bit, like knowing that I wasn't going to allow myself to stay there, but that I was going to allow myself to take some time to actually acknowledge that that's how I was feeling. So
yeah, it was a rough week, but
yeah,
now we're here and things are actually, I don't know.
I don't know. There was a switch.
It was, and it's weird because it was like we'll use a light switch. It was like the light switch was off.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like yesterday, we cleaned and just had a nice
Y'all
day.
don't know how bad the house looked.
Yeah.
Like to say we cleaned, like, yo, we should have just been real vulnerable and took pictures of it. It was a hot mess.
Yeah.
It was a hot mess.
It was a lot of bleach.
Yeah.
A lot of bleach. But which is so weird to think about because it's like we just cleaned like before that whole week hit, and then we really just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But anyways.
It's funny because it's like, even while I was like, because I got up, I'm not going to lie to y'all. So what happened was, I was watching the debate between Mike Pence and Kamala Harris. I hope that's the way I say her name. And I'm not going to lie, we're probably not going to get too much into politics on this channel, but, the announcement that Trump had made about the like stopping all stimulus talks, like I know was a huge factor in me just kind of everything in my mood plummeting, because I was just like, because I'm like in a really tough place right now. So for some reason Sydney was at work during the speech, but I was laying in bed and I was like watching the debate, and she started talking, and it was like the moment she like told Mike Pence, she was like, sorry, I'm speaking. I like jumped up. I was like, oh my gosh, I should clean. Like, I don't know. I was like, let me clean. I'm going to straighten up. Wow. I smell. I should shower. Like, it was the crazy, it was like that shift. And I was just like cleaning, and I was like, oh, I was like, what is happening to me right now? Cause it was like that drastic of a shift. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, it's hope. Like, I was like, oh my God. So I like got up, I was like cleaning. Sydney came home, and I'm in the kitchen like bleaching everything. I've got dishes soaking in bleach and soap and all kinds of stuff. And then it just kind of hasn't, thankfully. It's like, I almost liken it to a what's it called? Like the fight or flight. It's weird. It's like this like response where it was like, okay, like you need to just get up and do something. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. So kind of working it out, kind of working through it.
My moment is at work. It's so weird. It's like the other day I was cleaning the floors at my kiosk, and I like sprayed the soap down, and I was like, oh my God, what? I can do it. Like everything that I want, I can just achieve. Like I can any goal, I got it. I am the best there ever was. And it was just like, it would hit, and then I'd be like, yeah, you know what? When I get home, I'm gonna learn Korean. I'm gonna practice my Korean. I'm gonna clean. I'm gonna take a shower, do my laundry, make my bed. Like I can do this. And then that was like,
that was that night.
Wednesday, Wednesday.
That was the debate night.
Yeah, like that was that night, and then I came home and I was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna do a little bit, and then I'm just gonna kind of rest for the rest of the night. And then Thursday came around, and that's yesterday. I forgot what day it was. I thought it was Saturday. And we were like, you know, we're just gonna clean. So we opened up all the windows. That's how you know we're cleaning. Is the windows get open, we see our neighbors.
I don't understand that.
I don't know.
I don't like windows
the natural
open.
light. It makes me feel happy. Opened up all the windows, the doors, and played really loud music. But it was just, it felt nice. And like today, it feels nice too. Because I'm like, yeah, we're getting things done. Like after this and a little bit before this, I started reading again. And I was like, yeah, I am almost done with my book, The Big Leap. And then I started reading my other book, which is my rage book.
What's the name?
It's actually called Rage Becomes Her, The Power of Women's Anger. But
we've now dubbed it the Rage Book.
It is the Rage Book. Which is, it's crazy. This is like a little off topic. But at work today, my coworker was like, "Are you a feminist?" And I was like...
Wait, which coworker said that?
I'm not going to say the name.
Oh. Was it the guy that works?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, but I had that conversation later on with him.
Oh, okay.
Because it was like this song that this girl did, and it talks about like all the struggles that women go through. About like, she's like, I'm scared to walk to the car at nighttime. I can't go for a run with headphones in. Just like all the things that women struggle with. And I was like, listen, I started reading this book. Told her about the Rage book. And then my coworker the guy came in, and I was like, so did you like the song that was playing? And he was like, it was interesting, and he got uncomfortable. But I was like, you know what, we're gonna have this conversation right here, right now. But I don't know, I'm excited to like start reading again because I love to read books, and I just love to learn things and just place like feelings on things. No, that doesn't make sense. Like, what's the word?
I have no idea. I'm trying to eat this yogurt. Y'all, I'm trying to eat this yogurt. I don't know how y'all out here. This is completely off topic. I don't know how y'all out here eating Chobani.
Chobani all the way.
Chobani is...
Hey, if you know any good dairy-free yogurt options, please drop them in the comments below, because your girl is lactose intolerant, and nobody has, like, good dairy-free things. I can't watch her eat yogurt.
I swallow the yogurt
sick.
like I'm taking a pill.
Ew.
Like, I throw my head back. I'm, like, trying to swallow it down. It's disgusting. But, hey, health. So... But
which
yeah,
is also
so
what we're trying to do too. Is just like take care of ourselves and like make sure we're doing well and eating healthy.
Well, it's really cool. I spoke to someone today, negotiating things. So I'll let you guys know how it's going. I got a life coach because I'm all over the place.
We do need a soundboard. I can't be the sound.
We do need a soundboard.
I can't be the soundboard.
Hey, Emily, can you give me some sounds?
What's the...
No, that's... Okay. Why was it so slow?
I don't know.
Pew, 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 pew.
Okay, well, I think it's time for you to head out. I do not here to be attacked.
Oh, man. We just totally went completely off topic. Actually, no. We're doing okay. So something keeps hitting the house. Again, this podcast might be a little wonky, but
so sorry. We're just getting
something keeps hitting our roof, and we're almost convinced it's our cat.
But
not our cat. He's the neighborhood cat.
The neighbor. I think we talked about that in the last podcast.
But
maybe
he's hitting the.
It like it shakes. We have like this. What's that called?
A place setting for a Japanese house.
Okay.
I got it as a Christmas gift. Shout out to the person who gave me that for a Christmas gift.
But we have it on our table, and when everything hits the house, or whenever something hits the house, it like shakes it. So it's like, you know what the shake? I can't remember.
Oh, that was the door shutting of our next door neighbors.
That's a really
Cigar just left.
hard shut, but maybe.
So, but yeah, so that's what's been going on with us for the past couple weeks. Mm-hmm. Well, past week. It just feels like a couple weeks.
I was convinced it was 2 weeks. And I swear to you, I was convinced it was 2 weeks.
It was nice talking to someone today who was like, nah, that's where I've been for the past week. And I'm like, okay, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not just me. it's a wave hitting. Although there was a part of me that was like, am I hitting an upper limit? Because if I look like, because like an upper limit is like when you almost sort of start self-sabotaging and you start stopping yourself from advancing because you're dealing with like whether you're worthy of having that kind of advancement or whatever, or you're afraid of overpowering. We talked about this in the last one, but or maybe we didn't. I don't know. So
I don't remember.
I'm so sorry, guys. Get the book. It's called The Big Leap.
get the book. Listen to our podcast.
We don't do it enough justice, but definitely what am I trying to say? It just seemed like as soon as I was like, yeah, we're doing the podcast, we're doing this, we're doing that, all of a sudden I was like, I can't move. Like I didn't want to get up the next day. So it's like there's something in me that I'm like, oh, maybe I should look at that. But listen, I'm gonna be really honest with y'all. Being your own therapist is very hard. So it's like, I think I overdid it a little bit because I do have a tendency to go overboard. Shout out to Aries. Shout out to ENFPs. So I just kind of, I didn't just read The Big Leap. I was reading Conscious Living. I'm like looking up all these podcasts, and I think I overdid it mentally. Like I just went way over the top. So it was really, really dope. And then I got really, do you want to get into like the whole, we can talk about a little bit. So here, right before, I'm just go with it. Okay. That's cool. Right before all this happened, it's crazy. I was reading this part of the book where they were talking about what you're committed to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So,
I still haven't done
and
my,
how,
my new
what
commitments. Which I need to do.
He talks in the book about, this is a conscious living book. He talks about how many of the things we have in our lives right now, we have them there because we're committed to it, positive or negative. So like in this sense, he was just talking about being single, and he was like, if you're single, it's like the way he played up the solution to this made me so mad, because he's like, guys, are you ready? Are you ready for this answer? It's gonna change your life. It's gonna create this huge thing in your life. It's amazing. And then he was like, you are single because you're committed to being single. So just admit that to yourself. And I was like, that's rude. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want to hear that. And then, not that I'm going to be really honest, not that I'm actually trying to mess around with nobody right now. I'm not. But it was like interesting because I started applying that to like a lot of things. And then this dude had the nerve to go to, if you're overweight, it's because, and I'm pleased this is not talking about health issues and people who are sick and are kind of in a bad situation, but people who have the means to actually change certain parts of their lives, but they're consciously or subconsciously choosing not to, as a form of sabotage, because they're more committed to almost like staying miserable in certain areas of their life rather than changing it. And I was like really struggling with it because there were a few things, like it was my weight was one. Then the staying single one, if I'm being really honest, that one really annoyed me. I did not like that one at all. Then it was also the one about finances, because I do, when I get large sums of money or if I'm doing really well financially, I tend to mess it up somehow. And then there were two other ones, because I have like 5. And then it was just one, being miserable every day. Because listen, okay, I have a tendency to get very negative very fast. So I'm working on that. So it was like, and then there's one more. I'll tell you guys in another podcast. But it was like really, really good. But I hated it. And I was so angry. And I had a conversation with one of my friends. I really hate that I can't say names on here. We're going to call her PA. That's giving it away to anyone who knows her.
Mad.
She's the dopest chick ever. I love her. Oh my gosh.
Oh, maybe it's not as obvious as I thought. Okay, I didn't even get it.
So she's just really, really cool. Mad. So I talked to her a day, I think it was like a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about it, and she dropped this bomb on me that was so hard, because I called her and she's like, what's going on? And I was like, well, I'm angry. I'm angry that this dude called me out in this book, and I don't know, like, I feel like something was, I told her, I was like, I feel like something was stripped from me, and I was like really upset. And then she's like, oh my God, she said, because she was like trying to encourage me and tell me that I was still on the right path, even though I was upset at being exposed because like these books that I'm reading are like so eye-opening that you can't close your eyes to them again. And so she literally was like, she was like, well, you're in a place of surrender. And I was like, I guess so. And she's like, yeah, you are surrendering your right to be powerless. Listen, when she said that to me, like, I didn't know what to do. I was just like, oh, because it's like all about the victim mentality and everything. When she said I had like having to give up my right, like being forced to give up my right to remain powerless, like I just didn't realize that that's like where I was. I'm not gonna lie, I still haven't really read the book since that conversation, but I feel like I'm gonna end up back at it today. But it was just really, it was just a crazy eye-opening like moment where I was like, wow, like making a new commitment, because he speaks like on after that. He's like, yo, you know, after you admit to yourself that you're committed to certain things that are actually kind of not good for you and not good for your mental state and not good for you physically, like you make new commitments. So I made new commitments. If you guys want to know more about those commitments,
drop it in the comments below.
Yeah. And we can talk about like making new commitments first. Actually, that's a good idea. Talking about like what it is to make a new commitment to ourselves, for ourselves. And like it was I mean, I have them up. They're taped next to my bed, so every day I get up, I look at them. Purse. I have them everywhere.
Which is what my next step is to do. Like I wrote down like what I'm committed to. Makes me uncomfortable. I'm gonna be honest. It makes me uncomfortable reading these aloud. That's something that I am actively trying to work on, is being more vulnerable and open with you guys, because oh god, she's eating the yogurt again. Because it's just something that like I have such a hard time doing, and so I'm gonna read just a nice couple of them, and then after this I need to do my new commitments, so you guys are gonna come
along on this journey
with me.
Come along with us
as we write commitments. I was like, I don't know how to word
commitment to ourselves.
Commitment. So one of mine is I'm committed to believing that I'm boring. I'm committed to comparing myself to others. I'm committed to putting up walls when I meet or talk to new people.
Are you okay?
I wrote that. Oh god. So those are just a couple. Stay tuned.
I feel like I gotta share mine.
Stay tuned for more. Oh, I thought you did share yours.
Well, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yours.
I love you guys, whether you're subscribed or not. I do love you guys, but I was not being honest about mine.
Are you
well, I mean,
me?
I didn't say
I
what.
sat here and I was vulnerable.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to be vulnerable now. I'm going to be vulnerable now.
To be honest, I didn't even. You said finances, and I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, the finance one.
That's so funny. Also, I'd like y'all to know, we spelled committed wrong 90% of the time. It's not COMMITTED, but it's COMITTED.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's. I'm gonna look it up right now. Also, drop it in the comments.
How do you spell committed?
Do you spell committed? Are you committed
to spelling committed the right way? Yo, where did I put it?
Yo, it took me so. We have been spelling it right. It's Yay! 2 M's, 2 T's. Please discard everything I just said to you in the last like 2 seconds. Or is it replace?
Oh no, I guess I did. I did say it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I did. Okay, never mind. Go me. Yeah. Like, look at me. Being vulnerable. Okay, I'll stop. The phrasing is important too, because the way I phrase the one about losing weight, And again, listen, I understand if you have like a medical condition and you're in medicine and all this other stuff, like PCOS, things like that. Like, I do understand, like, there are reasons why people have a hard time losing weight. This is for me. Like, please don't take this as me giving professional advice or anything. This is just my experience with it. But,
finance one.
Huh?
Like, I'm in high school. How'd you write I'm committed to terrible finances.
Oh, my finance one, I literally wrote, I'm committed to being broke, poor, and in poverty. Okay. And then for the one I did about losing weight, I wrote, I am committed to killing myself slowly by refusing to try and lose weight. Because, like, weight issues run in my family, and, like, medical conditions related to weight issues, like, that could have been stopped or, you know, could have just not happened if they had lost weight. That runs in my family. So that's something I wrote down. And then I guess I need to get my new commitments then. Oh, it's in my purse. So then to like offset.
I don't have my new commitments. We'll be working on that. We'll do it today. Like I said.
Tune into the next podcast.
Tune into the next podcast. And
I do have my commitments with
podcast. Or you can follow us on Instagram. And we'll put our Instagrams at the end. And maybe I'll put on my story. Your girl's got some new commitment cards.
So my commitment to losing weight was, I, Anastasia, make a conscious new commitment to choosing life every day and by making healthy decisions and loving my body. That was the weight one. And then for my finances, this is a long one, guys, but for my finances, I put, I, Anastasia, make a conscious new commitment to see my worthiness to live in abundance, riches, and wealth. I, Anastasia, make a conscious commitment to pursue abundance, riches, and wealth. So that had way less to do with the circumstances around me not being in the best financial standing, and more to do with my worthiness to see myself in that place. So that I don't sabotage it every time something does come along or something, I get some kind of financial breakthrough. So, yeah, those are just 2 of my 5 that I've done.
I really can't comment on this part.
I know. It's okay. Next time.
Till next time.
But
that's funny. We talked about health. You were like trying to eat healthy.
Yeah.
And then we ended up on here.
Oh, I know.
Which is crazy.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. This world is crazy. Please don't be too harsh on yourself. Mm-hmm. That's one thing that I noticed, that I have a tendency to be like, well, why am I not advancing? Why am I not doing better? Why am I not? Why am I not? Why am I not? And then I always have to take a step back and look at myself and say, oh, okay, you know what? I need to calm down. These are not normal circumstances. So I'm going to stop ripping myself apart. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you right now, again, Chobani yogurt.
Oh my God.
I'm barely making it through this.
Stop. I was going to say, remember, be kind to yourself. We took 2 turns and I was like, wait a minute. She's going on to yogurt. And I'm over here like, no, like, you're doing great. Please don't forget to be kind.
Yeah. Definitely be kind to yourself. What's this? What's happening? She's recording something.
I'm just giving them a little video for our story.
Okay.
Just for funsies, but you're not even in it. So.
What's up? You can see my fro. Guys, I'm working on my fro again. That was another thing I let go. It was my hair. We're getting back on it, though.
It's actually more important than I thought it was. Again, for like your just like health.
Mental.
Is that health? Why? Mental health? I don't know. But like just taking care of your body. Like one thing that I'm realizing that is actually like important is my hair.
That sounded like you were going into an ad read.
Yeah, I'll tell y'all my shampoo and conditioner. I don't remember what it is. It's a Target brand.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, taking care of my hair. Now you guys can see because I have a video of it. I'll give to Emily. She can add in for this little portion of me talking about my hair.
We talked about... Okay.
But yeah, it looks really nice.
Jesus
I started taking care of it.
She's feeling herself, guys.
I'm wearing a brand new outfit. Also, like, wear what you want to wear. I don't remember if we said this in another podcast or not.
What?
Just, like, wear whatever you want to wear whenever you want to wear.
Oh, that's from Melissa.
It is, but I thought we brought it up.
Oh.
Maybe not.
From Kev on Stage. Kev on Stage's wife. Mrs. Kev on Stage.
But, she was like, yeah, why not just wear what you want to wear no matter what the occasion is? I just got home from work, and I had this outfit in my head. So I said, I'm going to put it on. And I put it on. It's a dress with a turtleneck.
Well, I mean, I think self-care looks
different to everybody.
Like, all I did was paint my nails and then bragged about the fact that I have my grandmother's nails and fingers. Okay, that sounds weird. That sounds like I was born with similar nails and fingers to my grandmother and my father. So, I like my nails and stuff, so, yeah.
Anyhow. We didn't get mail.
Mail guys here. We didn't get mail.
You know, maybe one day we'll give out our address so you can send us fan mail.
Oh my, no, we have to get a P.O. box. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
One day we'll give you guys exactly where we live so you can.
Yell at you for not disclosing her address.
Oh my god.
Besides, you know, maybe one day. I just really love to get mail. Like, it just makes me incredible. Like, you could just send me, like, a postcard saying, wish you were here. And I'd be like, oh, I have mail. I'm like a 5-year-old when it comes to mail.
Oh, my gosh. Like, I like packages. That's what. A package is full of things. But, yeah, so that kind of concludes. We're trying to do 30-minute podcasts. We've been going over.
But right now we're sitting at a good 30.
We're good at it. We're at a good 31 minutes, guys.
40 seconds.
So at whatever part of this day you're watching this or listening to this, have a good rest of your day. Mm-hmm. Or may your next day be great if you're watching this before you're going to sleep.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Afternoon. Have a good whatever it is for you.
Shout out to our girl Emily, for editing. She is amazing. Mm-hmm. Her information will be in the description below. Definitely, guys, check her out though. Like, if you need any kind of editing for your, if you're starting, you're taking a big leap, you're stepping out, doing anything with video, reach out to her. Just be like, yo, what can you do? She's really dope. She pretty much runs our YouTube channel now.
She runs every social media aspect of our lives right now.
Yeah. And then thanks again, guys, for listening. Mm-hmm. We appreciate it so much. We appreciate the love. We appreciate you guys listening to our podcast. You guys are awesome. You guys have greatness in you. Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to follow us. We'll have Emily put in information.
Subscribe if you haven't subscribed.
Like
bell
and subscribe
notifications.
This video. Comment on the poll or the video. Really just trying to get people to comment. We got 3 comments last time. Let's make it 4 comments this time.
Yo,
I would like
John
4.
Does that.
I would like 4 comments from my listeners. We'll have Emily put our information on the screen.
Yeah.
And then we'll have it down in the description box below. Guys, don't forget to keep manifesting your dreams.
And you can't change culture unless you're willing to disrupt it.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.